You guys remember the UNC Jordan 1 that I scored off Nike.com that I was whining so much about in my previous video? Well, I swapped it for this. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. If you guys are subscribers and if it's the first time here, thank you for stopping by. What I have with me, like you can see, is the Clot Air Max 1, my Air Max Day pickup of 2021. And this is going to be a very elaborate or exhaustive review. So stay tuned till the end because there's so much that's gone into this sneaker that I'm just blown away. Which is what surprises me. You know, the Clot Air Max 1 and the UNC Jordan 1 dropped on the same day on Nike.com. And the resale prices, right? Looking at the sneaker and the efforts that have gone into this one, I thought this would be like through the roof. But it's surprising that the UNC is so much more sought after. I don't know if it's practicality, if it's a Jordan 1, or maybe there's not many Air Max 1 fans or as many Air Max 1 fans. But man, I gotta take you through this sneaker because it's so damn interesting. Let's start off with the box. This is a matte Nike box with a logo done in gloss right there. And then you have this calligraphy kind of style. It says Air Max 1. And that small stamp you see right here, that's for Hong Kong. If it's done vertically, I guess I can't read, hence I don't know if it's this. I think it's this way, vertical. If you know, if you're from Hong Kong probably, or if your family's from Hong Kong, maybe you can let me know in the comments. More detailing. You have the Clot logo and the Nike swoosh right there. You have the Nike swoosh on this side, and of course your Clot logo right there. You have more text on the front side, done in glossy. It apparently reads Clot family. That's what I've heard at least. Although this is not a special box, I think they've customized it a fair bit. In comparison, not a special box in comparison to the OG drop. The OG drop had this entire ancient book kind of a vibe going. It was like a special, super solid hard cardboard box. This, although it looks like a regular Nike box, they have customized it a fair bit. You know, these kind of labels usually are on old books in China. Let's lift the lid open, and the first thing that you see here, it says Clot family right on top. It's got the yin yang, and it also has, now like you know, this pair is about reflexology, so there are 29 points which tells you which part of the body correlates with which serial number. The box also has this all through braid print running on the edge. The same thing you see on this butter paper right here, along with the Clot logo, and that carries on to the shoe. The base of the box has 2 feet and it correlates with the numbers. You see the numbers on this chart right here, it tells you which number goes where, and you have the Clot logo right there on number 27. Well, now let's look at the shoe. Are you guys ready? I don't know if you are, but there you have it, the Clot Air Max 1. Just look at this shoe. Man, such a piece of art, such a beautiful pair. Whew. Man, I love this. I don't know about you all, but this is such a beautiful pair. You know what's significant about the Clot Air Max 1 is because it's re-releasing, or they've retroed it now in 21, because the first version dropped in 2006. So it's been 15 years since the initial drop. And the Clot Air Max 1, or the Clot collab, was I think the first collab Nike ever did outside of North America. I'm sure they did Atmos collab, I think in 2004, 2005 or whatever, but those were not official collab. Those were like more like Atmos exclusives. This is the first time that Nike did a collab with any brand that's outside of North America. And fine, if you're a stickler, then outside of North America and Japan, they had a team station in Hong Kong that would find out opportunities, and then Edison Chen, being the icon that is in mainland China and Hong Kong, made his way to the first collab. Look at this pair. Let's get into the details. The Nike Clot Air Max 1 is called the Kiss of Death. That's because the earlier version, the OG that dropped in 2006, had a different outsole. There are a few differences between this pair and that pair. For instance, you see this multicolored outsole right here, translucent, icy. In the earlier pair, it was just a basic image of a foot. You didn't have this mapping of reflexology points, and there was just one red dot in the middle, and that dot, that point where the dot was, is called the Yang Kwai point or something. Essentially, it's a point where if you punch that point, it's like a fatal blow, which is why it's based on this martial arts thing. I really don't know the details or the specifics of it, but that's the reason they call the pair a kiss of death. That obviously is missing from this shoe, but like you can tell, you have this nice icy outsole, right? And you can see through all those different points that correlate with the chart, and it's numbered. Can you tell? Each color has a different number. So essentially, if you apply pressure on those points, it helps in the benefit or the well-being of that specific part of your body. And then you have the Clot logo on the heel that correlates with the number 27. Let's look at the chart to see what 27. Oh, what? All right. You're not going to believe this, but 27 stands for genital glands. Yeah. I'm going to be pressing my heel a lot more often. Now let's go through the details of the upper on the sneaker. There's a note right here which says that they've used natural leather, so it's bound to bleed or migrate, and wear dark socks with it. Man, the upper, all the tan panels right here in the front, in the toe box and all of that is all suede, done in a nice suede. The highlight of the sneaker is this vamp, which is transparent, not translucent, right? It's proper transparent. More on that in a bit. The side panels as well have this nice tan suede. Like you can tell, the swoosh is in a glossy leather which has a snakeskin kind of a finish. The heel area has a matted out ostrich leather kind of a finish. You don't see that often in many pairs, which is really nice. Carrying over to the heel, the lower layer again in that suede, and you have this bit right here done in this leather. I don't know if it's authentic proper leather because I know that this panel is reflective. And then of course you have the Clot logo and the braids done right there. From what I hear, the older panel had a swap, like the braids were done in red and it wasn't filled in, it was just the outlines of the braids, and this specific panel was orange, so they'd flip the colors over. The sneaker comes with flat waxed laces. These are again the tan colored ones. These are the ones I'm going to leave on. They do come with a spare bag of red wax laces too, but I don't think red's going to pop too much on this pair, so I'm going to keep the tan laces on. And then it's just this bit right here that you have a bit of jade, the Nike branding, and this laced eyelets right here that have a bit of jade going on, the colorway. And then the tongue is done in a smooth red leather. The OG pair had a snakeskin finish just like the swoosh, but this one's just basic red leather. And then of course you have the Clot branding on the back of the tongue tab. You have a nice orange, like a highlighter kind of a finish on the midsole. I love this color blocking on this pair. Now speaking about the braids, right? You've been seeing the braids all over. It's been in the box, on the butter paper, and also this detailing right here. It is, from what I hear, based on one of the members of the Clot family, MC Yan, who in his younger days used to have braids. And now, why is this window transparent? Now you've seen this on the CDG dunks, I guess, right? Dunk highs. They had an all clear upper. I really love that pair for one. And a lot of people have been complaining that these get fogged up because no matter what the temperature outside, it's always going to be warmer in your shoe. So that's what I'm worried about. But the reason that they kept this transparent, because it's all based on reflexology. They wanted the sneaker to give you that feel of actually, it wanted to mimic the feel of wearing sandals. Although it doesn't feel like you're wearing sandals or slippers, it looks like you are, because when you're wearing slippers, you would obviously have your toes showing, right? But I don't know, man, I'm gonna wear socks with these. Also, coming to the most important thing, sizing. After I picked up the pair, my friend Siddhant Shetty told me that I need to go down a half size. And the reason he told me I need to go down a half size is because this pair literally has no lining whatsoever. There is nothing. There's no padding. There's no cushioning on the upper at all. I'm going to show you, of course, and tell you how the sizing runs. But yeah, it's all thin. The entire upper is all thin, and there's no padding, like you can tell, at all. And I wouldn't recommend wearing this without socks, because I'm thinking these bits right here might dig into your ankle. So wear socks. Although the back is kind of okay, it won't rub because it's kind of cushioned, and they have an extra layer of leather, perforated leather there. Another new thing they've done in this pair is they've added perforations in the toe box, so I hope that reduces the fogging a little bit. But hey, let's take a look at the insoles because that's interesting too. So the one on the left foot has the Clot X Nike branding right here. And you have the Clot logo, and it looks apparently like the walls of a Chinese medicinal center. And you can see that there's one leg right there with all the different points. And the right pair again has a yin yang with the Clot family text right there and the chart of the mapping. You have your Nike swoosh down here, 27 genital glands. Man, this is something. So now I'm going to slip these on feet to show you what they look like, but these insoles are very thin and flimsy. So I'm thinking if the sizing is off, I'll probably just get a set of gel insoles, which are going to be a little thicker. And if I slide them in, maybe they'll just fit all right. But come, join me as I slip these on feet. Should I be giving these a smell test? No, nothing really. I think it only works in the Jordan ones. But yeah, the quality, the material and the construction is immaculate. Immaculate. It's so well put together, which is why I don't understand how the sneaker scene works right now. An extremely defective UNC is going at 3 or 4x the price. Oh, and another interesting thing is on the Clot pair, Air Max pair, the size tags are stitched on to the insole, stitched on right here. That's so cool. I think they didn't have any other place to stick it on, right? Because there's no lining or padding on the insides. Alright, so that's how you see it. That's where my toes are. And there's just about this much space. I mean, this space is all hollow, but my toes, they work alright, I guess. A lot of people have been saying go down half a size. And I can see where that helps. It's a lot more roomier because there's no lining. But yeah, if you go true to size, it works. But half a size down might be better for people with a narrow feet. So that's it for this video, you guys. Thanks for staying all the way to the end. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. I have content coming out every now and then. Once again, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.